Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Now we're back with the second game in the semifinals between VS and MOG. VS stands for Victoria's Secret. They are one game up against Misfits of Gaming, Team MOG. Alright, so in the first game, we had a very interesting lineup from Team MOG, and that would be the Merkill lineup that was supposed to split push down the lane. Unfortunately, because of overwhelming support from the Zeratul and also great ganking skills from Misfiner, that strategy didn't work out. So although they had the first DK, they were not able to carry on with that. That said, we're now going into the second game, and the draft is almost complete here. And by the way, this is Babel. Hope you guys enjoyed this coverage. I'm going to be doing a bit of solo cast, so do apologize if you hear some silence in between because I'm drinking water and all those juicy stuff. But yeah, so VS is on the right side of this draft, and they are the one that picked the map. This is actually Blackheart's Bay. And for Misfits of Gaming, they get the first pick and ban. They banned Asmodan, and for VS, they banned Nazeebo. So Nazeebo and Asmodan are both nicely addressed. And for MOG, they do decide first pick Murky, falling into a Zagara, into a Thrall, Illidan, Malfurion. For VS on the flip side, they get Muradin, Rhaegar, Anubarak, ETC, Tychus. So straight up, you see a triple tank strategy from VS. This is a little bit questionable. Triple tank into a Tychus, and Tychus is not even able to do a lot of damage, but Anubarak should be okay. Muradin can land those stun, ETC has those stun. It is basically a stun lock composition, but lacks a lot of damage. For MOG on the flip side, you have a dive comp. You have Thrall, Illidan, melee assassins going behind enemy line, Zagara with a potential ability to split push the lane quickly with Murky, and even possible, you might see Zagara with a Devouring Maw. I would kind of like to see Devouring Maw for this game, but we'll see what happens. Malfurion's also being picked up here for MOG, which is a sustainable healer. And I think that would be a very okay lineup for MOG, except for the Murky, which is still... I think they are here to prove a point that Murky is a good hero, and we'll see how far they go with that. So no one's apparently at the table there. They're all just talking strategy meanwhile, and effectively waiting for the lobby to invite me as well. Once I get that, we are ready to go. So, alright, good. So on the left side, we have Team VS. And on the right side, we got Team MOG. Right, seems like the draft had an error. I'm getting information that the draft is wrong. So, hopefully we get the right draft. And, okay. Alright, so they're going to redraft, apparently. Seems like they clicked on wrong heroes or something like that. But no problem. They're still trying to sort this out. There's marshals on the ground. And they're all having McDonald's. I haven't had my breakfast yet, so... Good stuff. Blackheart's Bay is the map. It will be the right map here. The first ban from VS is going to be Asmodan. And for MOG, they're banning Abathur. So Abathur getting banned. Now, I never thought I'll see this day that Abathur gets banned. This is a brand new day of reckoning for Abathur players. Really, really good stuff. Abathur coming into the meta like that has been completely unanticipated before. Unprecedented. And I'd like to see what kind of synergy Abathur will bring. So good, no Abathur this game. VS will be picking up Sylvanas. MOG going forward for the Vala. And what looks like a possible Jaina as well. Vala is kind of okay. I kind of like Vala. Last game's Vala was not really proving the point of having consistent damage. But I think he is in this game here to prove that he can still do it right. And it's all Misfiner's credit in the last one. No problem. Sylvanas on VS side is definitely going to be strong. I'm expecting a bit of a split push strategy already from VS. Sylvanas should be at the bottom lane. You will also see a very strong rotation around the 4 other heroes for the mid lane, which is kind of okay. And I am also expecting some potential wombo combo coming in. Zagara is going to be fantastic, but MOG here has got a Vala already. Next hero for MOG, I'm expecting Jaina, because Jaina is really too precious to give up the Victoria's Secret. I think VS, if they do pick up the Jaina somewhere along the way, it would be really, really bad for MOG. Jaina slows your enemies down. You have Sylvanas doing a lot of damage. And if you also have Zagara, that is really a recipe for trouble. And there's sufficient healers in this game to really not worry about it. There's also sufficient tanks they're not being banned out. It's the specialist that has been banned out. So Zagara is definitely a worthy pick here. Just like to see VS want to go down their route. They've got Sylvanas all ready for pushing. Yeah, that's good. So Zeratul is the next pick from MOG. Misfits of Gaming have Zeratul and Vala. So both of those heroes are very good in terms of damage dealing. Vala has got the ability to be consistent, stay behind enemy lines, and really just stay behind your own line, in fact, and do very good range damage. For Zeratul, it's all about that ability to jump in, port in, do those damage, and then pull back out instantaneously. So Zeratul Vala, good composition there as well. You can also say that there is a potential wombo combo with the Void Prison into a Rain of Vengeance. I think that's perfectly fine. But if VS goes for Sylvanas, you want to pull off that combo, it's a little bit greedy, sir. You may want to consider having some stronger tanks. So it is going to be Illidan for Victoria's Secret. Illidan is fantastic at Blackheart's Bay simply because of the fact that you have the ability to go for those coins at those camps. And Illidan, the moment he hits level 4, I think he can already go for Bruiser camps, Siege camps, and that would really be good. In fact, I think level 7 is going to help him a lot because of the increased talent that will help him with first aid. It keeps him alive while he's transitioning between camps. Illidan is also going to be played by what looks like Capricorn, for the fact that Capricorn is just a beast on Illidan and he's just really good on the hero per se. That said, one other hero for VS, still undecided right now. Maybe Uther. Uther is good for Illidan because Uther has got a Divine Shield, will have also some protective shields, and those bursts still in the form of Holy Light and Holy Radiance. So all of those skills will really, really help Illidan survive. But they're not going to pick Uther first. They're going to go for Anubarak, playing the priority game here. Anubarak has got some extra stuns, some very good beetles that will come out and do substantial damage. And the best part of it all is that Anubarak is a tank. So they've got tank in place already. Anubarak also can push the lane quite well. So no qualms there. Definitely a good pick. For MOG right now, if they really want to go for that wombo combo, they need to make sure they get good tanks. By good tanks, I meant Anubarak, but it's gone. Muradin's okay as well. And if they want to go good CC kind of a build-up, they will want to consider T-Rail as well. But T-Rail doesn't need to be picked up right now. And they can go for single healer. Double tank, single healer. Should be the Brightwing. We'll see. Unfortunately, first pick does go to VS. So I hope that they realize that they may lose the Brightwing if they don't pick it here. But first, they will pick up the Jaina. Jaina, Zeratul, Vala, triple assassins from MOG. Great amount of burst, great amount of damage, but can they keep them alive? That's the question here. Who are they going to pick to keep these 3 heroes alive? It could be potentially 2 healers, it could be 2 tanks, but I'm not expecting any more utility like Zagara, not expecting even the potential play of a double or maybe a quadruple assassin play. I don't think that's going to work. So maybe pick up the Uther. You know VS wants the Uther. You will want to pick the Uther right now. But nope, it's going to be Brightwing. Brightwing's okay as well. Brightwing doesn't necessarily help in this game. Teams don't really go for boss, even if they do. Brightwing's Emerald Wind is good only in that instance. Apart from that, Brightwing has got ability to keep teammates alive, and that's really appreciated coming from MOG. For VS, on their part, right now, Uther, definitely a good pick. Malfurion, great pick. Malfurion also has got Protective Shield, by the way, which keeps the main damage dealer alive. And that would be the Illidan. Plus the fact you've got Sylvanas to take care of as well. So VS really needs to be very careful on who they pick for the next 2 heroes here. For MOG, on this side of the house, I think they're pretty okay. A lot of damage. VS is really just thinking about the fact that can they burst down the Jaina, burst down the Vala, maybe hex out the Zeratul, I don't know. But Brightwing is a good pick also because of the fact that Brightwing has got a Polymorph that will counter Illidan. It's a Rhaegar. Rhaegar got a burst heal to cover Illidan. So we don't know who it's going to be, but Rhaegar, Illidan, Anubarak, Sylvanas would be a very, very interesting pick. If it's going to be the T-Rail, as the crowd suggests right now, this team will effectively have a lot of shield, a lot of maybe some good AoE shield, but Rhaegar is not really good in terms of sustainable healing. Rhaegar is only good for burst heals, and that kind of burst heal is only good for Illidan. So Illidan's kind of covered under the comprehensive insurance package. They may want to get Tyrael for some extra coverage. I don't know. May not be really valid because Illidan... Okay, the issue here is that Illidan jumps right in. Anubarak jumps right in. Rhaegar don't really have the mobility, but the Ghost Wolf should be able to send him all the way up to the front line. Sylvanas don't really have escape mechanics, therefore you want to keep the Haunting Wave to run away, and Sylvanas will not be able to go all the way in front for the games here. Rhaegar on the flip side, kind of okay. And yep, it is going to be a Tyrael. So Tyrael, Anubarak, Rhaegar, Illidan, Sylvanas. I think this is still okay. They'd rather go for some extra damage from Tyrael rather than a dual support meta. I think dual support, they would have gone for Uther, but a possible lack of damage. So Tyrael is kind of down the middle. You have those heals, you have those shields, and it's going to be Muradin. So very standard tanks coming out. Once again, for MOG, we got Muradin, Brightwing, Jaina, Zeratul, Vala. And for VS, we got Tyrael, Rhaegar, Anubarak, Illidan, and Sylvanas. They're looking to dive on VS side. On MOG, they probably want sustained healing. Muradin's job is to box out Illidan or whoever that comes behind Illidan. Maybe not to jump and overextend, but to keep the jump to make sure that he stays safe. That's going to be it. So current score 1-0 in favor for VS up against Black Hearts Bay in the second game. Misfits of Gaming needs to win this and the next one to be qualified for the national finals. And also the fact that if they win this, everyone in the crowd is really going to say this is a black horse. If they win this, it's really, really, really interesting. And I think Victoria's Secret is the hot favorite to win today's game. But the underdog is always the favorite for the stream live viewers there. So we'll see. Black Heart Bay is effectively a map that you don't have to push the core. You don't have to push, although pushing helps a lot, but you can always collect coins, doubloons as they are called in this game, and turn them into Black Heart, which is the ghost pirate in the middle of the map, and he'll just nicely fire away those cannons on the ghost ship. On the screen right now, on the left side, we got Victoria's Secret. And on the right side, we have Misfits of Gaming. Very nice lineup here on both teams. Great map. I really hope that they are prepared for this particular game right now. Game 2. It would be, it is, well, at the end of the day, it is VS game to lose. They just need to make sure that they play it right, then it will all be okay. If they are in a pretty bad spot, then you never know what's going to happen there. It's Black Hearts Bay. There's so many ways to die in this particular map here. There's the effective possibility of maybe even just dropping. Yeah, maybe even just dropping before your core goes down via coins turning in. There's also the boss pushing the top lane. And a lot of strategy movement is being tested here for this map. That's the main difference here. All right, so Black Heart Bay, my personal favorite map as well. I kind of like this map a lot. And you collect doubloons. There's a lot of camps spawning in this particular map. You get a total of 2 Bruiser Camp, a total of 3 Bruiser Camp, 1 down south as well, 2 Siege Camp, and 4 doubloon camps that doesn't do anything, doesn't fight for a cause, but gives you those coins, and a boss camp at the top part of this map, all the way at the summit of it. So pretty interesting map here. Love to see those rotations. I think this map is somewhat like Dragonshire, but there are opportunities for a team fight, slightly more than Dragonshire. This map tests the team's ability to play separately to collect those coins, and you really need a dedicated specialist, or maybe just Illidan, to go in for those coins harvest, and those coins will really, really help when it comes to pushing and winning this game. But that's it. In terms of composition, you have a dual tank up against a singular tank. You have a triple assassin up against 2 assassin, and 1 singular Rhaegar up against a possible single Brightwing. So ladies and gentlemen, the second game of the Heroes of the Stump Southeast Asia Championship Singapore Qualifier semi-finals here. On the blue team, we got Blizzcon onto Jaina, Chichiboy as the Muradin, Chusan onto the Brightwing, Nyx playing as the Zeratul, last but not least Kuniharu playing as the Vala. And on the red team, we got Victorious Secret, Foe playing as the Rhaegar, also Ray playing as the Tyrael, Zappy onto the Anubarak Misfits as Sylvanas, last but not least Capricorn there will be playing as the Illidan. Straight up, waiting for the introduction here. Normally teams want to go for a straight up sentry point gank, and we'll see if that's going to happen. Generally in QMs, or quick matches as they call it, or other competitive games, competitive matches, in fact, they all will go to the sentry point for a gank. Specifically for this one, I think that the red team's lineup is not fantastic for this early game gank. I think that Misfits doesn't have the ability to pull off a lot of damage in the early phases, but they've got Ray. So Ray standing on the carpet with the sword drawn out is really, really good looking. Chichiboy now in a bit of a bad position there, but has got the Dwarf Toss, will be alright. Mid lane, Blizzcon soaked out one wave already. It seems like they're going to lose some EXP here. But Zappy swings by, secures those EXP again, will be okay. Bottom lane, Capricorn's just soloing this lane here. And a bit of a rotation of movement coming in from VS on this part. They're just nicely strolling at this top half of this chest spawning area. By the way, chests will spawn from time to time, and when the chests spawn, they will give 5 coins each. One on the top, one on the bottom. The chest will always spawn in the right place. Ray swings by, snatches 2 coins. Nyx now, some trouble. Kuniharu, with a bit of that increased movement speed, will be okay. So checking in on the talents, we got Bribe for Brightwing. Winter's Reach again, increasing the range for First Bolt for Jaina, and also the standard Regeneration Master for Zeratul, plus Composite Arrow for a multi-shot build onto Vala. Last but not least, a Reverberation onto Muradin. Probably going to be the same old Mountain King with the Thunderclap build, and that's good. On the red team, however, we got Regeneration Master onto the Tyrael, and a Shadow Shield for the Illidan. That really helps him with extra shield and survivability. That's good. Colossal Totem up for an increased area for bind, plus its health getting some extra 100% gain. And you also got Regeneration Master up on Barak Las Banales. It's a with the wind, increasing the range for Sylvanas. So far, so good. In terms of talent, nothing completely out of position just yet. Kind of don't really like this Tyrael build, but I know it's popular. I know it's good, so no complaints there. For blue team now, they get level 4, and it's going to be Protective Shield as well as another buff on the Frostbolt, plus a GP up on Zeratul. Not going to pick up the other talent. Yeah, hold that thought. Nyx a little bit of trouble here. Foe going in for the 3 coins kill. Nyx goes down already, and the coins somehow went missing. Nope, they're there. So back to the talent tree here. You can see Arsenal being picked up here for the extra 3 grenades coming out from multi-shot. And it is going to be the Thunderclap build so far for the Mountain King. Probably going to transition into a hybrid tank by level 13. And looking on the red team side, you have specific good talents coming out. Immolation, Amplified Healing, Farsight, Legion of Beetles, as well as Envenom. So very standard talent being picked up by the red team. Slightly different talent being picked up by the blue. Still okay. Level 6 up right now on the red team. 0 ganks just yet. Only 1 kill on to the mid lane, I believe. And if you're looking onto the kills there, it would seem like the devs belong to Zeratul. So yes, it's actually this area that he died. And very, very close, but it seems like Capricorn just turned in 9 coins. So far, still on very even playing field. Nyx getting spotted out there by Ray. And Ray really doing whatever he can to smite. Very good skill to be used there in that instance to try and spot out the Zeratul. So back to level 6, almost level 7, preparing the talent tree. Here they go for the chest. Top chest only got 1 Ray knocking on it. The bottom chest has got a very different story. All 4 members of the blue team are all here. And they get a total of 8 coins right now. Capricorn's got 2. They pick up the Bruiser camp. It's really good to have Illidan go for the camps for this particular game, simply because of the fact that the camps will act as an extra pressure onto the towers and forts in those respective lanes. Just as you can see here, the Bruiser camp is probably not going to get bulldozed down. and they will take down maybe even the tower. The forward, a little bit questionable, and depends on the reaction time of the blue team, but we'll see. Capricorn jumping on Chusan right there, and we'll jump back via the forward. Forward dropping just about 40%. Chusan getting a lot of damage, being unleashed by Capricorn. Immolation burning him. Chusan may just take the fall, and Capricorn picks up the kill. Kuniharu without any mana left here will have to pull back. The forward goes down. This is a free push for the red team. They know it, they capitalize, and they got it. So the blue team here really need to make sure that they don't make this, they don't let this happen often. They were not in the vicinity, they were not really soaking the lane. I think they were transitioning between the mid and bottom lane. And that's what caused the biggest difference there. No sweeping strike on Capricorn. Here comes the dive. Chichiboy looking for a stun. Oh, gets it off on the Illidan. And Illidan waiting for the level 10 for the Metamorphosis, but may not get it off. Here comes extra range on the Frostbolt. Will pick up the kill. Misfinder looking to pull back here. Haunting Wave being used. Chusan still in position. There goes the extra slow. Chichiboy looking for a stun. Pops the second win there. Will land a stun nicely. There goes also the extra Pixie Dust onto the movement speed. And you can also see a quick extra Arcane coming out from the Brightwing. That's it, level 10 soon on the red team, and it's been a very, very close game so far, but things are about to change. And that's where you also see a potential Ghost Shape fire off the first bombardment onto the mid lane here. Zappy for a quick pullback on the top lane. Chichiboy in that area as well. A total of 12 coins up on the blue team, held by 3 members. Zappy is also in this area, but he's only got 4 coins. And Ray swinging by as 13 coins. There goes the judgment onto Jaina. Jaina gets completely stun locked and will go down. Nyx pulls back with 4 coins there. Ray picks up even more coins. And Zappy picks up the other 2 as well. So that's 4 coming from the entire team. Here comes the level 10 MOG. They've got Emerald Wind, Water Elemental, Void Prison, and also going to see Strafe coming in, plus the Avatar. So very okay kind of a choice for the Heroic Talent. I kind of like Reign of Vengeance with Void Prison, but MOG knows better, and I think that right now they just need to make sure that they're not very far ahead. They just need to keep this pacing and maybe go for 1 or 2 team fights before they hit level 13. Before the Ray team hits level 13, that is. Ray has got 15 coins. That's a lot of coins. Arcane Flare not going to connect. Capricorn jumping onto the Brightwing. And there goes the Polymorph, but no backup. Here comes also, you're going to see a potential Void Prison plus the Emerald Wind. And Capricorn pulls right back, but Ray turns in a total of 12 coins and will be okay. 2 kills against 3 kills right now. And effectively, this is where the Red team is so far ahead. The top lane has been pushed out. They no longer have to worry about the fort. The bombardment goes straight to the inner fort at the mid lane. 8 minutes coming up real soon in terms of kill. 2:3. In terms of advantage, Red team very far ahead, but only because they turned in all of those coins and the fact that they were slightly better in terms of ganks and getting 1 extra kills as compared to the blue team. Chusan playing as the Brightwing. There were some comments by the tweet chat that he should be playing his Arthas. By the way, his Arthas does about 120k damage, which is completely mind-blowing. And I really love to see Arthas in a competitive play, but unfortunately, I don't think they're going for that for this competition. Do note the coverage will not end at this semifinals. We will be bringing up the next semifinals between the other 2 teams, as well as the grand finals. No bronze match though, and that's where it is very different. Chichiboy from behind. And Zeratu showing his ugly face against Misfinder here. Here comes the Ancestral Healing. Chichiboy holding the front. Chusan dropping very low. Here comes the Judgment. And down goes Brightwing. Foe now pulling back. Here comes Capricorn. 5-man still alive. 4-man on the blue team without a healer. They don't want to commit too much. Capricorn with the dive on the Lauzicon. And you can see a good stun coming out from the Muradin against Misfinder. But again, no kills just yet. Meanwhile, some slight action happening here on the top lane. A good push by the minions as well as mercenaries here. And the red team not responding in time. It seems like the gate is going to go. The tower will also be, may just get compromised, I guess. So they're now again on even talents. So let's check it out. We got Sprain out for Brightwing. Icy Veins for the Jaina, plus pretty much undecided talent for Zeratul. Multi-shot again for Vala. Last but not least, it's still going to be Thunderclap. Not going to try and give him a little bit more survivability. 17 coins up here, and maybe even more on the red team, but it just turned in enough for a first wave of bombardment in a long time against the mid lane's keep. Blue team kind of far behind at this point, but I really do hope that they are able to hold the front against VS. So far, so good. And if you look at the talent for VS, you can see Imposing Will that really helps with extra shield and grants some more movement speed slow and attack speed slow. That's really good. Giant Killer is fantastic for Illidan. Normally Illidan's only pick Giant Killer when they are 100% sure that they can jump in and pick out at least one or two heroes, and that would be okay. If not, he would have gone for 6 cents. And you can also see a potential healing Searcher. That would be really good. Burning Rage into Blood for Blood. It's a full Blood for Blood composition, like some of you have spotted out. Chi Boy dropping very quickly. Quick burst. Nyx now pulling back. Judgment a little bit lost there, Ray. And also you can see the Web Blast coming out. It's going to be Kuniharu as the Vala. There goes the Strafe. Not going to get cancelled by the Emerald Wind. But here comes the Willing Arrow. Pick up the kill at the end. Capricorn once more on Lauzicon. Lauzicon without the ability to run away because he's only level 13 right now. Not 16 yet. They will drop 3 heroes in that team fight. 32 coins on the red team. They are very far ahead at this juncture. And for the blue team to catch up, all they need is just some extra level and then to pick a proper team fight. Let's see what they do. 11 minutes and 30 seconds. The blue team defending and soaking the lane is Chi Boy. At the top lane here, effectively casting as much of this Thunderclap as possible. Meanwhile, nice steal on the Siege Camp for the bottom lane. And a quick pot back home by the Brightwing. Also see the boss pushing the top lane. Nicely completed by the red team. 7 kills against 2. MOG in a very, very tough position right now. They need a 16 before the team fight. The chest may just spawn in a while. We don't know the exact timing because it's scalable based on the timing of the last chest getting finished. Lauzicon, Chusan, Kuniharu here. Top lane defense going on really strong. A total of 6 coins only on the blue and 26 on the red. Crazy capitalist here on VS. But still, game 2, and may still be able to win this game without much of a hiccup. Chusan in position there, lands the Arcane Flare. Here comes those cannonballs. And I think it's actually going to take out the top structures first. Which the creeps are already here, by the way. So that means that you're going to see the minions pushing the lane a little bit further as well. Chi Boy getting spotted out by the entire legion of red team. Nyx looking for the VP. VP goes down on 3 Capricorn with a 4-man Metamorphosis. A lot of help up there. Still no Marvin still. And gonna see some Emerald Wing being thrown out there. Ray jumps in on Chusan, but no one going down just yet. Gonna see the Vala go down first. Lauzicon, the next one. And a Void Prison not really in play there. Nyx now getting hunted. Blinks out. Chi Boy able to jump back out. I think he's got a Dove Toss off cooldown. Chusan respawns after the Web Blast and will go down. Brightwing is gone. They may go for the core. MOG facing elimination right here. All 5 members pushing. Level 18, 13 minutes in. They want to end the game. The core going down 70%. And we have 18 seconds before Jaina respawns. Ray is there getting stunned. And Chi Boy still holding on to the last qualifying chance here. Will not get it up. Will go down. VS qualifies for the national finals. Very happy faces you see here. So that's it. Victoria's Secret will get guaranteed 500 Singapore dollars as part of the first and second place finishing position, as well as the fact that they will qualify for the Singapore National Finals that's happening on the 18th of July next month. They will be nicely covered on this channel as well, so I would appreciate if you guys hit the follow button. Meanwhile, we're getting a replay ready, and I'm just going to talk a little bit about what happened back then, the whole game, the whole fight, and okay, replay is ready. That's fast. Let's check that out. So what happened here is that Chichiboy got caught off guard, and I think that Miss Finer, the whole gang was there. You see, 3-man Void Prison. But if you notice, Chusan was a little bit late strolling in, and they don't have Lalzikon popping those damage on the 4 of them. In fact, he used Blizzard, Cone of Cold, only of Illidan. Illidan also used Metamorphosis to negate most of those damage, gain extra 1.2k HP because of the Metamorphosis there, and that really is just a nightmare for the blue team. The polymorph was too slow, and I think it's not really Chusan's fault. I think he was just completely out of reach. Should have been slightly more prepared. But then again, it is the member, the Meridian, that got caught out, and at this particular juncture, you can see that the game is done. The nearest respawn, 15 seconds on the Vala, and unfortunately, that's done. Chichiboy, all he can do is just stun. There's nothing much he can do, and the game completes here. So huge congratulations to VS for qualifying, and also guaranteeing themselves $500 Singapore. Looking back at this entire gameplay, it's really Capricorn with the ability to go in and pick up all of those coins there. I mean, it is a generic play on words there, maybe, Capricorn. But still, the fact that he did about 16k damage is pretty respectable. Sylvanas was the one that did the majority of the damage in most of those team fights. Rhaegar had very good healing going in. In general, would say the race, Tyrael, apart from that judgment, the second judgment, which apparently missed, it did really well. He zoned them out really well, and I think that was pretty okay. As for MOG, the biggest problem I have with them in this entire game is a lack of the fact that the team is not stacking the skills together. You're playing Zeratul. Zeratul has got some burst potential. Jaina, burst potential. Vala is kind of okay. I'm not expecting Vala to really burst on someone, but Vala has got those consistent damage that they expect to be thrown out there. In the last team fight, Vala out of position as well. And if you look at the talent, I think that Vala went for strafe, which is not really what you want. You have very, very good cancelling mechanics on the other team there. If Tyrael jumps on Vala while he's on the strafe mode, he gets cancelled. Sylvanas has got the Whirling Arrow, cancels it out. You also got Anubarak, which effectively has got 2 stuns that can take out the strafe. A better heroic would have been what I think is the Reign of Vengeance. I think Reign of Vengeance would have helped the team a lot more in those team fights, would have set up a little bit better as well. Since Jaina is now going for Ring of Frost because of the fact that Water Elemental is just too OP, should actually go for the Reign of Vengeance. So to stack with the combo on the Void Prison. What they have here is effectively a holding mechanic. The Void Prison, but insufficient damage. No big wombo combo. Yes, you have the Brightwing, which has got the Emerald Wind, but that's not damage. And that's the biggest problem I have here. Also, if you realize, level 16, lots of blood for blood. This is a dive composition. Standard dive com from the red team. They played it a little bit differently in investing for a Sylvanas as compared to a potential secondary range assassin like Jaina, like Hilthas. Sylvanas is good for Blackheart's Bane. Maybe that's why they picked him. But Capricorn with the Illidan here is really good because you want to have Illidan as part of the burst potential for Blackheart's Bane, plus the fact he can solo mercenary camps very well. So that's a well played VS. They win this series 2-0, and they will go on to the grand finals. We'll be back again for the second semifinals, and that I do believe we're going to bring out the brackets right now. And they're going to try and bring it out for you guys so you know exactly what's happening. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this coverage. If you do, follow me on fb.com/BabelCast and give this channel a follow because this is going to be the official Heroes of the Storm Southeast Asia Championship coverage for the English speaking channel. So just be here. Top 8. Today we saw 8 teams come in, stroll in, and we have already VS going out. MOG relegates to the 3rd place bronze match. And next up, we will have Salt Gaming versus LOL. I've never seen LOL play. Salt Gaming, you can see they're mechanically inclined. Once you give them a lead, they will really snowball and gank. So that was covered in the earlier half of the day. If you missed that action, it'll be on the VODs, which will be uploaded onto YouTube within the next week. So that's it. This is Babel. We'll be back in a short while. Don't go anywhere. The ability to spam it, that's where it's very different. If you look at the future talents here, you can sustain Anomaly. So this is